Samsung's latest flagship is all too familiar in looks, predictable in hardware, and overall excellent as expected. But that's not why you'd buy this phone. No, the age of mobile AI is here, and it's Samsung that is taking the lead with the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. Hi, this is Roobina Mongia, and here is the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra review that you have been waiting for. Now, spending a week with Samsung's latest flagship makes it clear that this company no longer wants to compete on specs. And to be fair, how can it, when phones that cost thousands lesser than the S24 Ultra give you the same internals? Now, this is the beginning of the post-hardware era, and Samsung's focus is all about experience. Now take the refined design for example. The Galaxy S24 Ultra don't stray too far from the S23 or even the S22 and S21 Ultra's design language, but this year it's made of titanium that makes it lighter, and it has a flat display that makes it much easier to apply screen guards. Now another huge advantage is the all-new display that now has an anti-reflective coating. Now it's an example of well thought out engineering that overcomes problems like limited outdoor visibility and glare by cutting out reflections instead of bumping up brightness, that would also consume battery life. Now all the essentials are there still, including a brilliant display that can crank out gorgeous looking content in HDR and peak brightness levels that rank amongst the highest on any smartphone. Now elsewhere the phone is waterproof and continues to pack the excellent S Pen slot in on the lower side of the phone. Now inside the phone is running a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chipset with 12 GB of RAM. Nothing surprising there, but for once Samsung has paid extra attention to the cooling capabilities, guaranteeing better sustained performance. This will particularly benefit gamers and users editing a lot of videos on their phones, since the phone will be able to perform at peak capacity for longer durations of time. The battery size sees no changes either, and at 5000 mAh, it easily gets you through a full day. The phone charges up to 50% in half an hour with 45 watt PPS charging, but you guessed it, you will have to buy the charger separately. If all that sounds familiar, that's because it is. Samsung's big reveal this year has nothing to do with hardware. Instead, it's all about the all-new Galaxy AI software set that is giving buyers a whole tool set of AI-assisted features. Debuting on the S24 Ultra is the all-new Circle to Search. You can circle anything you see on your screen, and I do mean anything, and the AI picks it up and pulls up a Google Lens style card showing you what it is. So the next time you see an interesting dress or bag, you can just circle it to find out what it is. Trust me, I've been using it a lot. There are usability features like the ability to translate calls in real time, useful if you do a lot of international calls. An interpreter mode that makes travel so much easier with real-time translation of conversations. There is Chat Assist, which can translate text messages. And the most useful for me is the Note Assist. Now this feature sorts your notes and helps create a more refined and aesthetic entry. Now my writing isn't all that great, but I do love using the S Pen, so Note Assist can easily convert my handwriting to legible printed text. That's pretty nifty, right? But there is one more area which benefits from the AI integration, and that's the camera. Now there's a 200 megapixel primary camera, a 12 megapixel 3x camera, and an ultra wide camera. Hang on, am I missing something? Yes, the 10x zoom lens is gone, and instead you get a 5x lens. But before you chalk that down as a downgrade, Samsung has opted for something different here. Now Samsung is using AI to get you to 10x zoom, and the results are surprisingly good. You can even zoom up to 30x or even 100x. The 100x zoom is still a bit of a gimmick, but when you really need to get that shot, it can make all the difference. Now there's an incredible color consistency across the three lenses, and the details levels remain high. Now this is particularly true for the 200 megapixel camera that captures stellar shots in most situations. Now while the core experience remains solid, Samsung still hasn't fixed some long-standing issues like shutter lag and blur with moving objects. Now the photo editing experience too gets an AI upgrade with the ability to convert any video to slow-mo, which is damn cool, and the addition of Google's magic editor-like capabilities to manipulate images. For example, you can highlight a subject in a shot and move them across the scene. You can even scale the subject larger or smaller, and the phone will automatically adjust the scene and even fill the gap. Now when you straighten the shot, the phone fills the white spaces left over. It's very handy. It's the generative AI age that we live in, and that's what Samsung exactly done here. In fact, Samsung has also said that the picture that will be edited will be marked as generated with AI. Look, I know the million-dollar question on your mind. It looks mostly the same. It performs mostly the same. It's even got a mostly familiar camera. So should you even pay ₹1,17,999 for this phone? Well, the answer truly depends on how much you value cutting-edge innovation in mobile AI and one of the most polished pieces of hardware on the market. But for me, the biggest selling point is Samsung's 7-year update guarantee, which takes the S24 Ultra from a highly recommended, very expensive phone to a long-term investment for those who don't want to replace their phones every year or two. Let me know how did you like the Samsung's latest flagship S24 Ultra and the AI features in it in the comment section, and keep following Moneycontrol for more tech reviews.